So in this chapter, managing and production and service operation. So we will tackle on what is operation. So operation is refer to the process that accept inputs and uses and resources to change those inputs into useful ways. So we have also here the factors of production. We have the land, labor, and capital and entrepreneurship. So this is the inputs. And we have the transformation process, the equipment, procedures, and technology. And the final output is the products and the services. So these are the production process. So what is operation management? Operation is an activity that needs to manage by a competent persons. Operations management may be defined as a process of planning, organizing, staffing, communicating, motivating, leading, and controlling operation to achieve objectives effectively and efficiency. So what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? So effectiveness refers to the goal accomplished. So when one is able to achieve his objectives, says produce 10,000 units in a 1 month, so he is said to be effective. So efficiency, on the other hand, is related to the cost of doing something or a resources utilization involved. So for example, if when a person performs a job at a lesser cost than when another person performs the same job, so he is more efficient than the other person. So mas gamay o nagasto ang other person compared to the other person but the same job. So operation management must be performed in condition with the other function like those for the marketing and finance. So we will proceed to the operation and the manager. Operation and the manager. The manager is expected to produce some output of whatever management level he is working. If he assigned as a manufacturing manager, his function is to determine and define the equipment, the tools, the processes equipped to required to convert the designs of the desired product into reality and in an efficient manner. So the manager is in charge of the operation in a manufacturing firm, is responsible for the actual production of whatever quantity of products his company has planned to produce. He required to do it using the less expensive and the easiest methods. So the operation manager must find ways to produce the required quality of goods and services and reductions of costs in his department. Typical operation manager is one with several years of experience in operation division, possesses an academic background and business and industrial engineering. So we have here the types of transformation, manufacturing process, and the service process. So under the manufacturing process, the operation manager, so under the manufacturing process, is processes are those that refer on making products by hand and with machinery. So manufacturing is depende na siya kung magamit sila hand or human processes or machinery, no? So just for example, job shop. So a job shop is one who production is based on the sales orders for a variety of small lots. Job shop are very useful components of the entire production effort, since manufacturing product is small lots that are needed by but cannot be produced economically by the company. So job shop. Job shop produce a custom products in general. So we have tried to observe the processes flow diagram of job shop in figure 62. So these are the example only in the manufacturing processes. So we have here also the batch flow. Another example, the batch flow process is where a lot of generally owned design products are manufactured. So it is further characterized by the following. So under the batch flow, the example of manufacturing process. So there are characteristics that you are going to consider. So try to familiarize the characteristic. So another one is, we have also here an example in the book, the worker pays assembly line. So the assembly line refers to the production layout arranged in a sequence of accommodate processing of a large volume of standardized product or services. So naatanaw ninyo sa figure 64, we have the assembly line of production of goods and processes. So we have here the raw materials for the customers. We have section 1, materials are labor, section 2, 3 and 4, and in the left side we have here the finished items or the completed services. So we have here also the machine pace assembly line, the continuous flow, and the batch continuous flow hybrid. So we will proceed to the service processes of the transformation process. So service processes are those that refer to the provision of service to person by hand or the machinery. So we have here the example, the service factory. Now, a service factory offers a limited mix of services which result to some economies of scale in operation. This is also afford the company to compete in terms of price and speed of producing the services. So the process layout for the prepared by service factory is rigid pattern with line flow processing. So we have here the example in the book. The service processes, like for example the McDonald's and the Shake. So those are the example of Shake's, mga maligya of pizza, the McDonald's. So we have here the service factory. So another one is, we have also a service shop here. We have a service mass service. So we have also a professional services. So these professional services, these are the companies that provide specialized services to the other firms or individual. Example of such firms are the engineering or the management consulting services, so which help improving the plant layout or the efficiency of the company. So we have here also, under the professional services, is the design services, which supply designs for the physical plant, products, and promotional materials. So we have here also advertising agencies, which help promote a firm's product. We have accounting services, legal services, data processing services, and the health services. So we have in figure 67 a simplified production process of gelatin manufacturing company, example using the batch continuous flow hybrid. So under this services process, so we will proceed to the important parts of productive system. So we have the 6 important parts of the productive system. So the first one is the product design. So what is a product design? So product design refers to the process of creating a set of product specification appropriate to the demand of the situation. So an example is that a certain brand of ball pen. So example here, certain brand of ball pen which fails to write after 1 or 2 days of actual use. So the product design is very important, no? A good product design assures that this will be so customers avoid buying products with poor product design, no? Like for example kaning ball pen, so after 2 days, no, dili na siya mo tarong, og the quality of product is not good, no, because of the product design. maka-affect pod sa quality of a particular ball pen. So every customers expect that the products they buy would perform according to the assigned function. So we have also here another one is the product planning and scheduling. So what is product planning and scheduling? Product planning is defined as a forecasting in the future sales of a given product. So translating this forecast into a demand, it generates for the various production facilities arranging to the procurement of these facilities. So muna gitawag og production planning. So, on the other hand, scheduling phase of production control involve developing timetables that specify how long each operation is production process takes place. So product scheduling. So that is the difference, no? And try to familiarize those words. So we have also here the purchasing and the material management. So the purchasing and the material management. So material management refers to the six efficiency efficiency of operation through integration of material acquisition, movement, storage activities in the firm. So material management refers to the approach that seeks efficiency of operation. No? So firms need to purchase supply of materials required in the various production activities. Like for example, the management of purchasing supplies and materials must be undertaken with a high degree of efficiency and effectiveness, especially the firms engaged in a high volume of production. So the wider the variety of supplies and materials required, in more purchasing and materials management is needed. We have also here the inventory control. So inventory control, on the other hand, is the process of establishing and the maintaining of appropriate levels of reserve stocks of goods. So we have here also ways of achieving proper inventory control. So these are the following. The first one is determining the reorder point or the reorder quantity. Another one is determining the economic order quantity. Third one is using the just-in-time methods of inventory control. And the last one is using the material requirements planning or MRP method of planning controlling inventories. So inventory, we already know that inventory is the process of establishing and maintaining appropriate levels of reserve stocks or goods. So we have to consider also. Another one is workflow layout. So workflow layout is the process of determining a physical arrangement of production system. So what are the benefits? So the job operation of the manager is to assure the cost-effective workflow layout is installed. So the first one, benefits for the workflow layout, is to minimize investment of equipment. So minimize overall production time. So makaminos og oras, makasave pa og panahon. So use existing space more effectively, no? So provide for employee convenience, safety, and comfort. Maintain flexibility of arrangement and operation. Minimize variation of types of material handling equipment. So we have facilitates the manufacturing or services process and facilitate the design of organizational structure. So those are the benefits of a workflow layout. So on the other hand, quality controls. The last one is the quality controls, refers to the measurement of product or services against standards set by the company. So certain standards requirements are maintained by the management to facilitate production and keep customers satisfied. So on the other hand, poor quality control breeds customers' complaints, return merchandise, expensive lawsuit, and the huge promotional expenditure. So we have equality control, no? Importante kay na. So that's the end of the chapter 12. And for the summary for in this chapter is the management of operation is very crucial to the survival of the firm. So operation refers to the changing inputs, its useful outputs, and the effort of manufacture products. The service operation management must contribute its shares in the accomplishment of the company objective. So the function of the manager, the operation manager, is to plan, organize, control operation in order to achieve objective efficiently and effectively. The transformation process may be classified as the manufacturing service processes. So these are sub-classified into the various types, in each with built-in advantages depending on a certain condition. The production system consists of various parts that completes one another and production tasks. So the operation manager needs to familiarize with this part of the production system. So you have to study this topic because this is part of your final exam. So the topic is chapter 12, no? So try to review the topic, the managing production and the service operation. So I hope that it is understandable to all of you. So if you have any questions regarding this topic, so you can ask me in next time in the class, no? If you have any question. So thank you for listening, and I hope you get something about the topic, no? So the next topic I'm going to discuss is chapter 13 about the managing the market.